Today is Tuesday the 23rd, 2024, and I just got out of bed. I've been awake since 7. It is 8:24. I think I said. Sorry. Today is going to be what I eat in a day, I think is what I'm going to do. I ended up getting sick Sunday evening around 6. It really started to hit. I had been feeling like I was going to get sick for 2 weeks, but my body was fighting it. It was doing pretty good in fighting it, because I would get the chills, my body would hurt at one moment, and then then I was fine, and then I was able to work out or whatever. And it was just like this off and on. And so Sunday night it knocked me down. Also, my daughter hadn't got sick either, and it knocked her down Sunday morning, but she's fine now. I mean, she's better. Anyway, I gotta go outside. I gotta go to the mailbox because I sold 2 items, which is good for my challenge. I'm going to pan around a little bit, just show you where it's at so you could see my progress. The mountain that was here was up to about here. It's coming down. Folded these a little bit. Now, I forgot to mention, other than those shoes right there, those shoes, and there's another small tote. Those are on eBay, but there are totes in the back of here too that I need to grab from and pull and list. And then this bag I wanted to mention is my kids' clothes that I gotta go through and see what I want to sell and what I'm not gonna sell. So yeah, so far so good. Doing good progress. I think I am. The reason why I'm showing this again is because this is what I want to reduce is inventory, because it just stresses me out. I don't like to see it. And I put myself on a challenge for eBay as far as, at what point am I going to either start buying again or just stopping this, I don't know. I don't want to make that decision right now because I'm working on this, and then once it gets down to what I feel reasonable for me, then I'll make decisions on what I'll do. But right now I'm not buying anything for my store, new inventory. However, I sold 2 items that I put up. This one I just put up yesterday, and this one I put up like Friday or Thursday. Yeah, not bad. Okay, let me go get this packaged, and let's see what I eat. I want to pound myself with protein. Yeah, it rained yesterday really, really bad for us. I mean, non-stop pouring rain. It was nice. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. I sold this one too. So this one must have came in the middle of the night, because these other 2 came in last night. And so, yeah, I sold 3 today. Yay. 3. So let's go put it in the mailbox. I think I'm going to go grab a towel because it's probably wet in the mailbox. So this way I could try it. Okay, I'll probably turn you around. Wow, must have rained even up until the evening. We had to put this down because the winds were so bad that we didn't have sand in the base or water. All right. Let me make sure. Okay. It was wet in there. Not too bad though. Not too bad. Did I ever tell you guys a story of my encounter with the hawk? I I don't think I ever did, huh? I'm going to show you a spot. Hold on. The worms are coming out. Okay. I'm trying not to point to the houses. Okay. You see the 2 trash cans over here? Okay. Oh, look at this cat over here. Look at that cat. It's a pretty, pretty cat. It's pretty. I don't know if you can see the coat on it. Okay. So I'll stand by the chair. And so you could see, the chair was like about right here. So there's a spot right there in front of the trash cans. I'm going to go ahead and start making my first meal. It's 9:22. I was going to go upstairs and make the bed and all that, but I thought, well, I'm down here. So this is 2 hamburger patties. I had like a slab of them. We bought like a whole slab. This is the remaining. So I have a little bit of pepper and salt on there. Oh, wait, hold on. I like to poke a little bit of holes so that it don't take too long. So I got 2 here. Okay, and then I just have a piece of chicken thigh. I made 4 yesterday, and I had 3 in the evening. So this is what's left over for that. So with the 2 hamburger patties and that should be good. And then once these are cooked up a little bit, I will put 1 slice of Havarti cheese, cut it in half, and then I'll put on top of the hamburger patty. Now, I know it doesn't look appetizing. Chicken thighs with patties, but it's just about the protein. I just want to get protein, and for me it's about using what I have. Like I like to eat my leftovers. I don't want it to go to waste, so this is just a great way for me to get protein. I belong on Facebook to 2 different groups. One is a carnivore BBBE site, and then the other one is Ketovore site, and they'll take like hamburger patties and they'll put eggs on top, like they'll crack an egg right on top. My baby girl came in. How are you feeling? I was telling them you got hit Sunday morning,
yeah,
and then I fell Sunday night,
yeah,
around 6, and you woke up feeling sick.
Yeah,
but she's better, right? Are you?
Yeah,
Yeah. She's on her way out to her boyfriend's house. Is he picking you up, or are you driving up? Oh, she's getting picked up. Okay. Is he here?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. He lives out in the Orange County area. So anyway, that's what they do, is they put eggs on top of their hamburger patties, or they'll take a big steak. Oh, that Molly, baby?
Yeah.
Can you let her out? They'll take a big steak and they'll put eggs on top of that, or like 4 or 5 eggs. So, I know, it's just the way to get the protein in. And there was a lady I saw yesterday. I hear him. I hear you. Oh, it was so funny because he's got a car that has like sound to it, muscle sound. And my daughter went like this, and I went, "Is that him?" She went, but I want to try different ways to make some meats, and I'm going to bring you guys along in that as soon as I get better. But we're going to have some change-ups. Trust me, some change-ups. Okay, boyfriend's here. Okay, guys, so there it is. I ended up making 3 strips of bacon. I just cut the bacon in half to cook it, but that's 3 strips, 2 hamburger patties, Havarti cheese, chicken thigh. And so I will put right here what the total protein is. Remember, I should have about 145 minimum amount of protein, because that's my goal weight. But you should always, or not you should, I don't mean like you should. No. I'm learning that you should increase that the older you are, and if you strength train, and if you're sick. If you're sick, increase it. But so you're looking at maybe 155 in protein grams. I should have maybe 160. But the other way to do it is at the very minimum 30 to 35 grams per sitting. I'm going to go get my little guy from school, 12:15 right now, 12:12. I think he had a little bit of a relapse. He was sick for 2 weeks. 1 week he was on vacation still, and then he missed an entire week of school. Then he went back, but I think what happened yesterday in the rain when it was raining and then he got to the car, he was like soaking wet and it was cold. So he's got a really bad cough right now. So I'm going to go get him. And yeah, just checking in. I'm going to work in my store. My plan is to not too much. That's the plan. I'm going to work on pants. Pants tend to go quicker for me. And I have a good amount down here. Where am I? Down in this area. All this that I'm going to pull from. They're quicker to measure. They're quicker to list, So I think I'm going to work on that for a little bit and then see how far I can get. I got some really good sunlight today, a decent amount. So just going to work until I can't. I'll be back. And I think I was telling you the time. I think it's like 1 o'clock right now. So I'm going to get to work. All right, guys, 4:06. I finally finished the working on my stores, my closet, Posh and eBay. I already have people looking at one of my LuLaRoe tops on both sites, on eBay and Poshmark, and it's the same top. I don't know if it's the same person, but the same top. Okay, let me show you. Let me tell you how many I did today. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, which is good because I ended up going into my room and sorting things out a little bit more, going into the bag that is some of our personal stuff. And so I sort of sorted out a little bit in there, and that ended up taking me a little bit of time, but I think it's looking good. It's looking good. If tomorrow I feel sicker, then I'm going to go into that black bag that I had shared with you guys, and I'm just going to sort through that bag, at least do something. Anyway, so I got 4 items up. I think that's pretty good. Let's see what else. I'm going to show you what I'm going to eat. Like I said, it's 4 o'clock, and I have this keto chow. This is the mint chocolate flavor, and this is about half. I had the other half of it last night. After I had some chicken thighs a little bit earlier on in the evening, I got a little bit hungry, and so I had already made that, and so I just had half. I didn't want to have too much. So I'm just going to finish that right now because I am kind of hungry. I haven't eaten anything. So yeah, I'm gonna get off here right now. I'm gonna go ahead and drink that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take something for my head because my head is really bothering me, but I'm gonna come back for sure. I'm share with you if I eat anything. Not working out today for sure, but I'm gonna tell you the hawk story. I'm gonna put it in this video. I'm not gonna do a separate let's talk. I'm gonna do it in this video. Might as well. Yeah, I mean the hawk, eye to eye. I'm telling you, and I do mean eye to eye with the hawk. Okay, I'll come back and I'll tell you that story. Okay, I'm just gonna drink this. I need to lay down for a little bit. Okay, my little guy's sleeping. I made him a protein shake too, but he's out. 5:47. I'm in my PJs. I'm done. I'm done. So I'm gonna eat. This is about. I weighed it out. This is 9.5 ounces of chuck steak. So hefty protein. It's early enough for me. Hopefully I'm not. Well, not hopefully I'm not gonna go to sleep. I'm not gonna go to sleep because I want this to digest. And on top is cheddar cheese, and that's chuck steak cut in cubes. I'm gonna come back. I'll tell you my hawk story, and then I'm gonna let you go. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, and then at the end, at the video, you're gonna have what my carb intake was for today and my protein intake. Not my steps, but everything else. let's do some story time, okay? I'll make this really quick because I don't feel too good. And you see that right there? That's from my Scentsy. See the daisy Scentsy? And I like it because it reflects on the wall. Okay, this is when I first moved here. So this was in 2022. It was the springtime. So maybe she had her babies already, or maybe she had her little eggs, somewhere. Now, in this area where we moved here, there's a lot of hawks. So it was springtime and everybody was still asleep. And I remember we still had boxes to go through. Even we moved here in February, and by spring, I still had some boxes to go through. And I remember, but I went downstairs because everybody was still sleeping, and you saw the bistro set, right? And so I'm sitting there, had my Zivia, had my phone, and I just thought, you know what, I want to go sit out here. Like I said, we were new here, and I was just sort of admiring like being here and all that. And so in the street, in the cul-de-sac there was some pigeons, like 2 or 3 pigeons or so, and no big deal. So I'm looking at my phone, and I must have been out there at this point 20 minutes. Oh, by the way, let me trigger warning this video because it does talk about animals, and so let me trigger warning that. Okay, if you don't want to hear stories about animals, being prey, so I wouldn't hear. So anyway, moving on. I hear a thump. Now the thump was like a thump with a scrape. Okay? So much so that it just I kind of looked up from my phone, and I'm kind of looking around, and I see a hawk right about where the trash cans were there in the front. I don't remember if the trash cans were out at that time, but I'm saying right around that area. I look over and I see this hawk. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay. So I'm going to take a picture. So I grab my phone. I want to get very close. I want to get close. Now, I've encountered owls before. I know some of you have been with me for a while. Remember that vlog I did with the owl? And there was 2, and I was trying to get real close to take pictures of them. And they were like doing this whole thing, like warning me. And I backed off. Okay. So anyway, I thought, let me see if I can get as close as I can. So I get walking towards that area, and all of a sudden I see on the ground 2 little feet going like this. And I realized then that it was one of the pigeons, and this hawk was just perched right on top. And it looked at me, and I said, I gotta save this pigeon. But on the street we have these palm trees, and it was like a pretty sturdy branch. No, it wasn't even a branch. It was a leaf, but they're thicker. The palm trees are thicker leaves. The ones that look like kind of like yuccas, you know what I mean? And I grabbed it. It was pretty long. It was very long. And I grabbed it. And I thought, if anything, I'll look bigger, right? I'll look bigger. And so I can scare it off. So I grabbed it. And literally, I'm in my PJs, like I am now. And no robe. Just shirt and my flannel pants. And I'm thinking, okay, so I lifted this branch, which was flimsy, but it was a thicker leaf than most, but it was flimsy nonetheless. And I'm waving it. And I'm like, I'm trying to sound vicious as heck. I'm trying to make movement. And I said, oh my gosh, get up, fly away, And so now I'm close, but definitely not arm distance. No. We were never going to be arm distance. But I was by my front yard. I was at the sidewalk, kind of going around the turn a little bit. And I'm just hoping that he sees me ferociously and sees me as a threat, that he would leave. Or she would. And I'm making noises, and I'm thinking, don't wake up neighbors. It was early. Don't wake up neighbors. Don't do that. Don't do that, Laura. Don't draw attention to yourself. You're in PJs. You're not appropriate. No bra, people. No bra. Oh, come on. And I'm thinking, so I'm, and this hawk literally was just locked on me. I mean, he just, so I got a little closer. I got down onto the street and I got a little closer. And at that point, that hawk, I swear it spoke to me. It said,
You come any closer to me, I'm gonna see what you're about.
That's what it was telling me. It was taunting me like that. And so I stood. I stopped. Didn't get. I wasn't even arm length away. I wasn't even branch length away. No. One thing that bird had is wings, massive beaks, massive talons. I ain't got nothing but these feet. And at that point, I wasn't running all that fast. So I'm the apex predator in my mind. I'm the apex. You are not apex to the human species, right? This is all going in my brain. So I gave it my last attempt. I gave it my last hurrah, waving that branch, and guess what happened to the leaf branch? Broke. Because it was dried out. It was flimsy. I mean, it was thicker than most leaves, but nevertheless, it's a leaf. It was a long one. And I stood there. I stared it down thinking, okay, it's an eye stare down. And the pigeon was still doing this. And I really tried everything in me to scare it off. But I can tell the hawk was getting very agitated because it started moving back and like almost back and forth like this. And I said, okay, you remind me of those owls that I once experienced where they got wings, they got talons, they got beaks. I didn't feel like the apex predator at that point. I really, really didn't. I retreated. And I came in the house. Nobody was awake. And I sat there going, I don't think I have that pigeon has a chance. What did I do? So at that point, I think my husband at that point heard, comes downstairs. He says, what's going on? Were you outside? I'm like, did he hear the, because I was trying to sound vicious without waking up the neighbors. Anyway, I'm sitting at this point crying. And he's telling me, okay, I go, can you, is this what I said? Go see if you still have time. Go see, please. And he goes, even if there's time, this pigeon is probably maimed, like those talons, But he went out there and it was gone. And so was the pigeon. He said not even a feather. Not even a spot of blood. My family were like, you do know that pigeon, it was probably injured anyway. Even if the hawk would have flown, it was going to be so injured, that it probably would stay close by. So that's the hawk won. Hawk won. I was no match. I really tried. I felt so awful. And the thing of it is, guys, during the day, it would pop in my head, and I would be so sad. Like I would, and I know it's the cycle, and you understand it. You understand it, in the animal kingdom, that's what it is. It still makes it very, very hard, especially when I heard the thump and then almost like a little bit of a scrape on the asphalt, like a boom, and then like a swoop, all that. That's what made me look up. And I thought, oh, hawk. Oh, my goodness. Got my phone, going with my camera, just, and then I see Anyway, that was my encounter with the hawk. Those hawks, though, they are very, very amazing to see. They really, really are. And we do have a lot of them here, to the point where my little Maltese, I really don't like leaving her in the backyard unless Chulo's out there, our other dog. Just because Chulo is very quick, and Chulo, he's a hunter. He's a hunter. I mean, and I talk about Chulo has grabbed small birds in mid-flight. Like, he's grabbed them. He was, in his younger days he did. And lizards, he's notorious. Lizards, he can get no, even still, and he's 12, and he can still. I watch it. Like, I have to first look at the wall back here and make sure, especially in the spring and summer, and make sure there's no little lizards and things, because he's pretty stealthy, But I don't know. With Molly, I do worry about hawks with her. I do. And so I don't like having her out there unless I'm standing there or Chulo's out there, our other dog. So, because I don't think my daughter's boyfriend says, no, she's too big, but I don't think so. I mean, don't they get like rabbits? And Molly's the size of a rabbit. So, I don't know. Anyways, we'll get off this subject. I will talk to you all very, very soon. Thank you guys for listening to my story time and being with me today. Yeah, and that's going to be it for me. It's 6:16. I'm going to go wash my face, brush my teeth. I do feel kind of hot, and that's it. I'm done. Okay, I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.
This is what you got me saying.